healthy heroes have ethics. It's true. Ethics are decisions. Did you ever think of it that way? Ethics are a set of choices, a set of decisions that you've already put in place for yourself as to how you will behave, what you will accept from yourself in your behaviors, and sometimes, depending on how structured your ethics are, sometimes it's on your beliefs and attitudes as well. Generally speaking, we're going to stick with behaviors, though, because that is the more likely area and the most easily seen area of ethical growth. Ethics don't just happen. The truth of the matter is that as we grow, we slowly develop ideas as to what is right and wrong. A lot of that is brought about by the influence of our parents and our peers. But even though it's such a slow process as we're growing, there is a process of building ethics. What's important to you is to take it out of that realm of foggy, oh, well, when I was a kid, I learned this was right and this was wrong, and make it into a conscious structure. One of the things that, as you examine your past ethics, you might find is that as a child, you were taught some things as very black and white. You always washed your hands before you ate. You always brushed your teeth after you ate. Those were laws in your household, perhaps. We're going to pretend that they were for this discussion. As you grew older, you questioned whether those were black and white, yes and no, always right, always wrong. And you began to say, well, you know, maybe there's a shade of gray here. If I brush my teeth, a half hour after I eat, the world will not fall apart, will it? And so you began to expand out of black and white and into some gray areas. Is it always wrong to kill another person? Well, that's a really touchy question for a lot of people. A lot of people have a very black and white view of killing another person. To some people, no matter what the circumstances, it is nothing less than murder. And yet, what happens with you accidentally hit somebody on an icy road and they ended up dying? Is that the same as a premeditated assault upon another person with the intent to kill them? What if you are in a war and in order to protect your family and your home, invaders have come into your area and your family needs you to defend them? Is it wrong? Is it the same level of culpability if you take another person's life in that circumstance, someone who is perhaps intent on taking your own life? And so you ask yourself these questions. This is the foundation of ethics, is asking yourself the hard questions before you ever reach the circumstance, so that you can develop what you think is appropriate in various circumstances to make an ethical decision tree. It's not just black and white, but perhaps in certain circumstances the answer might be this, or in other circumstances the answer might be this. You have to branch out past that black and white polarized mentality in order to have a solid, workable set of ethics. And again, these have to be consciously made in order to truly, truly bring yourself towards healthy herohood, the ultimate of healthy herohood, if you will. So ask, what do I feel is correct? What do I feel is right? Why do I feel this is correct? Why do I feel this is wrong? What am I basing my decisions on? Is it just because I was taught that as a child? Do I have any other basis for this? Hopefully you'll be able to find rationales that make sense to you. Logical reasons as to why you choose the ethical structure that you do. This is a real small talk, but this should take you quite a bit of time to actually do. Work on consciously doing this. Work on it.